Which tweet? What tweet?
About saying that it is a modern day lynching. That
sorry.
Yes, Jussie Smollett.
Okay, so I will say this about that case. I think that the facts are still unfolding, and I'm very concerned about, obviously.
All right, guys, sometimes in life you just got to learn how to take the L. Just take the L. Okay, you lost, right? And, you know, you should just hold your head high, learn from it, and move on, okay? Sometimes that's just the best course of action. It's not worth continuing to fight for a lost cause. However, Jussie Smollett, he is not adhering to that in his life, okay? As this guy is basically digging himself in a deeper and deeper and deeper hole after he was found guilty of committing a hate crime against himself, right? In which, you know, at that point, he maintained that he was innocent. He didn't do it. And he was just sentenced a couple days ago to do about half a year in prison, which he probably won't do. And he still, even at the sentencing, was maintaining that he is innocent and that he didn't do it.
I am innocent and I am not suicidal. If I did this, then it means that I stuck my fist in the fears of Black Americans in this country for over 400 years and the fears of the LGBTQ community. Your Honor, I respect you and I respect the jury, but I did not do this. And I am not suicidal. And if anything happens to me when I go in there, I did not do it to myself. And you must all know that. I respect you, Your Honor. I respect your decision. Jail time. I am not suicidal. And I am innocent. I could have said that I was guilty a long time ago.
I knew you'd end up here, little nigga. Right where you belong.
So yeah, now Jussie is in jail, right where he belongs. And apparently, after being sent to jail, there's stories that have come out that have basically said that Jussie actually expected to go to jail. Okay, and the reason why he expected to go to jail is because he is Black, right? He says that his race had something to do with the fact that he's going to jail. Okay, and nobody should be surprised by this because even the defense during the sentencing played the race card as well too.
We also outlined in our papers the improper denial of several Batson motions in response to the Office of the Special Prosecutor's Preemptory Challenges, which we believe were improperly used to remove jurors based on their race and sexual orientation. Now, I'm not going to detail each of the peremptory challenges that we've outlined in our papers, but in short, anybody looking at this jury can tell that it was not a jury of Mr. Smollett's peers in Chicago. And we think that these significant issues during jury selection deprive Mr. Smollett of his constitutional right to a fair trial, and the remedy is to grant him a new trial.
Yeah. So what she's saying there, guys, is basically that Jussie's trial was unfair because the jury didn't have enough Black and brown / LGBTQ people. Right? That's what she's saying. Right? That's exactly what she is saying. So therefore, he needs a new trial. Okay? And again, Jussie here is playing the race card. He says being Black played a part in his sentencing. So let's read here. Jussie has been sentenced to 5 months behind bars for staging a hate crime in Chicago and reportedly believes his race was a determining factor in his sentencing. The actor, 39, best known for his role on Fox drama Empire, told his defense team before sentencing that he expected jail time and believed he'd be treated more harshly for the non-violent offense than others convicted of similar crimes due to the color of his skin. Sources told TMZ. For Smollett, it's further evidence of systemic racism in the judicial system. He reportedly told his team that he was dead on in predicting the outcome, calling it unfortunate and sad. Okay. Jussie here, you know, being as woke as he is, okay, that's why he staged his hate crime, because it was the ultimate sacrifice of wokeness, okay? Stage a hate crime against himself so that he can make it look like he'd been through it all, right? He actually was a victim of these so-called racist, MAGA hat wearing Trump supporters, right? Except and they weren't white MAGA hat wearing white supremacist Trump supporters. They were Africans, okay? That this guy alleged staged his hate crime against him. So once he got caught up in that lie, it went from that to them beating him up because of homophobia. Even though these guys, there's pictures of them at pride parades, okay? And they allegedly, at least one of them, had a sexual relationship with Jussie Smollett, right? So with that being said, I think the problem here, I think Jussie's real problem here is that he is afraid to go to jail, right? He does not want to be in jail, even though I don't think he's going to be in jail for 6 months. I don't think he's going to be in jail for that long, okay? I think he'll probably be in jail for maybe, I don't know, 10 weeks or something, maybe a couple months, and they'll let him out. It is what it is. And that's why, in my opinion, I think that the dude actually got off easy. Even though you got some people on the left crying about, oh, this dude got jail time for a crime that most people don't get jail time for. Well, this is different. The stakes of this fake hate crime that Jussie committed against himself, they're a lot higher. Okay, he embarrassed a whole lot of people, okay, including the Vice President of the United States, including people like Don Lemon. All the woke revolutionaries that came out here and defended them, he embarrassed them, okay? He caused a lot of hatred and vitriol in this country because of what he did, okay? He played off of already fragile race relations in this country in order to try to advance his own career. And then once he got caught in his lie, he dug deeper into his lie, right? He didn't show any remorse. He didn't apologize. He didn't do any of that. And to this day, he still continues to lie and say that, hey, I didn't stage this against myself. And because of that, I think that he got off easy, right? He got off easy. He should be in jail for at least a year. And I'm talking about actual time in jail, okay? He should be in jail for at least 1 year. I thought that would have been fair, okay? Now, if they would have given him the whole 3 years, hey, I wouldn't have said anything about that either, okay? Because I think what he did was that bad. Now, with that being said, I think the obvious reason why Jussie's so upset with this is because he's afraid to go to jail, right? He's afraid to end up like an industry baby, right? Like a Lil Nas X music video, right? In which he can take a pounding that he might not necessarily like, which I really don't understand because he took a pounding to get himself in this situation in the first place with the Olsen Darren brothers. I'm pretty sure there are inmates in jail that are more than willing to help Jussie stage another hate crime against himself. So I really don't understand why this guy is so afraid to go to jail. It seems like the perfect environment that he might like, right? Considering his history. But hey, you know, I get it because, you know, there are reports out there that this jail isn't necessarily a nice, cozy home, right? Apparently, this jail that Jussie's going to be staying in, his new home, ain't exactly known for being peaceful, right? So let's read here. Jussie Smollett's new digs are actually pretty terrifying, as one would expect from a prison. The Cook County Jail, where the Empire star will spend the next 150 days, has faced hundreds of lawsuits over the years, with inmates alleging overcrowding, violent treatment, and not enough protection against other inmates. In the past few months alone, a person behind bars accused the jail of forcing him to share a cell with someone who had tested positive for the coronavirus. And in a different lawsuit filed earlier this year that was obtained by the Post, another inmate accused corrections officers of using excessive force on him to the point where he lost consciousness. Quote, when I came back, I was face down in a pool of my own blood with a gash on my forehead, the man said in the initial complaint filed on January 13th, 2022. Okay, so as you can see here, and as we're reading here, this jail, right, got some issues. Okay, it got some issues. And this is where Jussie is going to be spending a lot of his time. Okay, and I'm pretty sure Jussie ain't going to like being in this cage right here stuck with these guys. Okay, again, this might be a Lil Nas X music video getting shot in here. Okay, I'm just saying. I'm just saying, right? So I kind of get it. There's been some issues with this jail that have come out. However, the good thing is that Jussie actually is going to get protective custody while he's in jail. So this same guy who's complaining about going to jail because of his race, because of his skin color, is getting special treatment in jail. So let's read about that. Former Empire actor Jussie Smollett will spend his 5-month sentence at the Cook County Jail under protective custody, according to court records. Judge James Lynn approved a request submitted Thursday by Smollett's attorney that the 39-year-old be held in a cell by himself, monitored continuously by cameras and guards. The action is neither unexpected nor unusual. High-profile and other at-risk detainees are usually kept segregated from the jail's general population. The Cook County Sheriff's Office said Smollett will be housed in his own cell, monitored by security cameras in the cell and by an officer wearing a body-worn camera who is stationed at the entrance of the cell to ensure that Mr. Smollett is under direct observation at all times. Quote, he will be allowed substantial time outside his cell in the common areas on his tier and will be able to use the telephone, watch television, and interact with staff, the office said. However, during such times out of the cell, other detainees will not be present in the common areas, the office added. Okay, so this dude is getting real special treatment, right? He get to watch TV, he get a phone, he doesn't have anybody around him. He doesn't really have to worry about anything. The same guy who's complaining that he's going to jail because he's black is also getting special treatment in jail that other inmates don't get, whether they're black or white, right? They don't get the same treatment. This guy is going to spend 5 months max getting special treatment in a jail that is known to be violent and be uncomfortable and to have dangerous conditions. But he's not going to be subject to any of that because he's rich and famous. But again, this guy's pulling a race card. It's because I'm black. Well, if the judge really hated you that much because of your skin color, right, why would he give you special treatment inside of jail? Why would he not just subject you to what everybody else gets subject to in that jail, right? Why wouldn't he do that? Again, these guys, man, it's so funny how they always want to pull the race card when something bad happens to them, right? Instead of just owning up to the fact that you made a mistake, that you committed the crime, and now you got to do the time. Again, there's certain people in this society, like I've been saying, that simply don't want to be held accountable, right? They don't want any personal responsibility whatsoever. Nothing is ever their fault. It's always the system. It's always society's fault. It's never their fault, even though it is clear that they're the only people that are responsible for their actions, right? And this guy, even to the very, very, very end, he's claiming that he's innocent when he's not. And then he's pulling the race card saying this is happening to him because he's black. It's pathetic, man. It really is. This guy will never, ever, ever learn. And I would not be surprised if even once this guy gets out of jail, he finds himself in trouble once again. Because it is very clear that this guy is an attention whore, right? He seeks attention, and he's going to want more attention, and he will do whatever he can to get that attention. And I don't think this is the last time we're going to hear about this guy. But hey, let me know what you guys think. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Most importantly, share a black conservative perspective. Peace.